Okay, this is the Dayton 250 watt subwoofer with DSP, and I didn't talk too much about it in assembly. The assembly was a lot easier than they make it out to be. I just had to do a lot of sanding, and what I also did is I ran it through my table router and put nice round over all over the place. It worked out quite well. In fact, it worked out better than the round overs on the Epics. So we have to begin by putting foam on the inside. I've pre-cut the pieces. 2 pieces 10 by 6.5 and 2 pieces 8.5 by 6.5. And it might be a good idea if we see if they fit or not, which they do just. There's a little bit of room at the top, so it probably could have been 10.5 by 6.5. Okay, now they warn you that, oh, by the way, I did a wet cloth through the inside there to get any sawdust so this sticks well. They warn about the stickiness of this. And oh boy, it is sticky. Yeah. So we're going to have to be careful as we put it in. I'm going to fold it outward as I put it in. And because once it sticks, apparently oh boy, it really sticks. Yeah. Yeah. So you get one chance to put it in properly, and then it decides where it's going to go. We'll do the next piece here. Again, fold it inward. And push it in there, and oops, that's not going to work. And there we go. It's stuck in place. Two more pieces to go. Same thing. Fold it in away from it. Set it down in the center. And then let it spread out. These are a little tighter but that's all right. It all comes out in the wash. I'm going to turn this upside down. Boy, that stuff isn't going anywhere. I don't know what kind of adhesive is in there. That's really good. Turn it upside down and do the last one. Fold it inward, center it, and let it spread out. And it is there to stay. Now just one word on the kit itself. They don't include screws and they don't include feet, so I didn't read that when I ordered the kit. And I live in Canada, so I'm not going to be spending all kinds of duty and brokerage fees to bring a few screws up, so I had to find my own. Anyway, I find it odd that they would make a kit and not include the screws that are necessary to assemble the kit. And I looked through their catalog, and there's a lot of their products are like that. So you probably want to check if you're going to be ordering something. Oh yeah, one thing in the case, this rabbet was not big enough to hold the amplifier plate. So I had to rabbet it out a little bit more before I painted it. So check to see that everything fits before you start finishing. Otherwise you might find yourself surprised. I'm going to reposition the camera here. Okay, this is our 250 watt plate amplifier for the subwoofer. And I'm going to undo the excuse me, I'm going to undo the wire place it in like they suggest, and hopefully it'll still fit. Yes, there we go. It still fits. Okay, I've got some screws at Home Depot. You can see them there. That'll probably work. We'll test it out to see. In one of the holes. Now look at that. It's not going to fit because the plate is not fitting properly again. Well, isn't that a bugger? I guess some of the paint, I think I could still press it in there. No, it's, again, too small. Oh wait, there we go. We're getting it in now. Boy, it's tight. That is very tight. You don't even need screws to hold it in. But we'll try a couple anyway. Yep, those will work just fine. Actually, they don't. Okay, I've got some drywall screws. Let's see how they're going to work. So 1-inch drywall screws work good. You don't want to tighten this down too much. I'm going to be doing it by hand everywhere, just so that I don't strip out the MDF, because it does strip very quickly. Anyway, you don't need to be watching me doing that. I'll turn this off for now. So here we go on the back. The drywall screws are going to sit a little bit proud, but nobody looks at the back anyway. But look at how tight it is. It actually went through the finish again. So fit your plate amplifier very carefully if you're doing this kit. Okay, now we're going to turn it around. And actually put the driver on. I think we've got enough room there. They were very nice with the driver, and that they give you the color codes on there. So red wire goes to red and black wire goes to black, and it's as simple as that. So I have to be able to read which one is which. Okay, this is red. Red goes to there. Oh, I see how these work. Okay, we're spring loaded even, to make your life even easier yet. And black goes to there. So you can see we're all loaded up. Now, we need to turn the unit over. I'm going to check the camera just to make sure that we have enough there. Yeah. Okay, and they say to be very careful when you put the wire in to make sure that it doesn't interfere with any of the mechanical parts. And you want to pull it down there and off to the side. Got this gigantic magnet here. That'll cause an issue. Okay, and then I go once again with the drywall screws. Try one just to see how it fits. Looks like it'll work. Oh, no, it won't work pretty good. I have to put 2 in before it works pretty good. I think I may eventually do these as screws with a larger head, but for the time being it should work pretty good. Or get some black washers, that would work too. Okay, so there we are. You don't have to watch me put in the rest of the screws. There's going to need to be a little bit of touch up there. But that's how the unit looks. I'd say if you're going to build it, make sure you order the screws. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. Anyway, that's it for the subwoofer, and until I finish making it, I'll maybe turn it back on and play a little bit with the DSP in the controls so you can see what they look like. Okay, we're going to play just a little bit with the DSP settings here to see how things work. What I did do is I changed my power mode from auto to on constantly so that you can turn the unit off. When you turn it off, it's not off. I fried my last JBL subwoofer by leaving it on auto all the time, and apparently it actually wears the amplifier out for if it gets a little signal. It keeps on knocking it in and off. So let's turn it on and see what we have here. Okay, hopefully you can see it's welcoming us. It says welcome, and here's the volume. And you turn this unit, type high pass, low pass. These, I can't see why you would need them if your source material is engineered properly. Subsonic filter maybe. EQ, probably not. And this is, you can save or load from the computer. So the only 2 I think that I would be using in this are volume and maybe subsonic filter, depending on what it does to the room. I would suggest that you not muck with too much of it, because you're in the area of engineers here now, and like I said, your source material should be engineered properly, that you don't have to do anything with these. So let's go back to volume there. And if I want to adjust the volume, I press this in once and then turn it, and it adjusts the volume. It begins at minus 20 decibels. We'll see what happens later on. Anyway, that's a short little introduction to how this plate amplifier works. And if you make one, I hope you enjoy it. You won't see this again until I actually have the system set up.